y'all, what the fuck is going on? Welcome to My Favorite Lyrics, the music podcast where we talk about music lyrics, except for when we talk about other stuff. Today, we've got a very special guest. He's a comedian. He's somebody I've known for a long time. He's so funny. He's got music out. This man raps. He's also got an album that's out, a comedy special that's out right now called the Bad Rufat. Y'all welcome, Rufat Agayev.
Hello, everybody. Very grateful to be on this show. I love this show.
I'm excited to see you get into that bag where you're like on a magazine cover and you got like the kilt on. Because that's you know what? Because that's the stage that we all hit at a certain point.
If I ever get big to the point where I do a GQ shoot, I'm gonna have somebody there from like my own team who is speaking up for me. Because remember those NBA, like when they did NBA shoots?
Of course.
They were making dudes. I mean, they had LeBron, with the white woman.
Well, that was crazy. That was crazy.
They had Kobe with that scarf.
I forgot about that. I forgot about the Kobe headscarf. Yeah. There's a lot of really nasty, like
GQ has had people looking really wild.
You know what it is? We like my first season working on SNL, we did a GQ thing. And what happens is like, one, if you don't have your own team, they'll just put you in stuff. And also, if you don't have your own team, or if you don't like speak up for yourself, you know what I'm saying? There were people there who I won't name who just like were nice, and they were just like kind people, and they're just like, oh, okay, you think this looks good on me? I guess that'll look good. And then the shoot came out, and they're like, I look dumb as fuck. They're like, I look stupid as hell. And what you literally have to be like, no, I won't put that on. You have to have a really strong opinion or someone who can talk to them for you, or else you could end up in some bullshit.
Yeah, and it's not about like being not explorative. I want to be explorative.
Yeah, of course.
But I just don't want to look back 10 years from now and, just be looking really dumb.
You know what's tough though is like you're bringing this up and it reminds me of like when like Kendrick did a GQ shoot. Oof. and I pulled it up though.
Yo, GQ has bastardized so many of our legends.
But here's what I'll say about the Kendrick GQ shoot is like looking at the year. This is from probably like 2012, 2013. I'm looking at the fit they got Kendrick in, and I'm like, in 2013, this is what was happening. And it hasn't aged well. Like, it doesn't look awesome now, but it's like...
Can we see this?
That's what was going on, though. That's what was going on in the time. Bro, you had to put on a skinny suit. That's what was happening. You ain't never had no skinny... Rufat, you ain't never had no skinny suit?
Bro.
You had one.
We all did. But, bro, they didn't have to do it. They didn't have to do it like that.
There's some nasty ones with him. Okay. There's some nasty ones with him. This one in particular is gross.
Brother, they were trying to Motown him.
They were
trying to Motown this dude. And I know they had like a barber come in there.
Of course.
Like make you, okay, can maybe a conspiracy theory, but is GQ maybe a white humiliation ritual?
Whoa, let's speak on it. Let's speak on it. The people at GQ don't want black men to thrive, so they're putting them in forward-facing Kangol.
And black men are so worried about getting put in a dress.
Look at that. They're not even thinking about having the newsboy cap on forwards.
This is bad. This is worse than a dress. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with a dress. I'm not saying dress bad.
I'm
just saying that's... Yeah,
there's some nasty stuff in the Kendrick, and we should put these on the we should put these in just so people know we're referencing. They got this nigga Kendrick in a skinny suit with loafers and purple socks, jumping off a speaker with an electric guitar in his hand. He doesn't do that.
They Chuck Berried. They Chuck Berried Kendrick.
They did. Hold on, just so you can see it, just for reference.
And they made him do the mouth thing too, right?
They made him. This is crazy. For context though, this is early Kendrick. This is like right after like Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe came out. So he's still like establishing himself.
But that's the thing. We give GQ this power, right?
We do.
That we're like, oh, we trust them to tell us how to look good as men.
They're the style magazine.
And then they completely ruin all Kendrick, Kobe, LeBron. I mean, you could probably name a ton more.
I keep finding new Kendrick pictures on here. I keep just like there keeps being
Why didn't Drake talk about this? Because Drake
This should have been one of the album covers.
Drake is probably in them same GQ photos.
Well, Drake is in, if I remember correctly, he's on the cover of a GQ and he's got like a vest on, no jacket, and a shirt and tie, and he's going like this. He's going. And so that's why he couldn't start with that game, because GQ.
Bro, they were dressing everybody like Russell Westbrook in 2013,
They
bro.
sure were. Hold on. Look at this one with Kendrick with the drumstick.
Why did they have him playing
instruments that he doesn't have anything to do with?
Every portion of the band. Like he's Andre 3000 in the Hey Ya video.
It's really nuts. They got this nigga Kendrick sitting on top of he's sitting on a stool with 2 drumsticks in his hand, dressed like a rockabilly. It's really nasty, nasty stuff that they got. He's one of our great rappers. Look at what they got. It's crazy. He don't play the drums. You ain't never seen him play the drums. Why you giving him drumsticks?
The only person that should be dressing like this is Bruno Mars.
Of course.
That's it. That's the only person. This is sad.
It's
man.
the Bruno Marsification of the black man. People not talking about that.
I'm gonna be for real with you.
Yeah,
I
go
have
ahead.
a whole story about this particular time in music history.
Because you was in the industry. Let's talk about it. You will tell me like secrets from the, like, you were really in the shit in this like kind of early 2010s time. Tell the people about it.
Okay. Current stand-up comedian, former rapper.
Yes.
Still do it as a hobby.
Yes.
Have released something newer, like not too long ago. But yeah, like I think for me, I started Christian rapping. That's like what everyone wants to usually talk to me about. Sure. But they don't realize I was devil rapping too. You know,
which one came first?
It's Christian.
Okay, you were Christian
like,
first.
Which one came first for Whitney Houston?
Fair.
Which one came? And you came up in church. You know that for kids, like, church is the only place to let you be creative for a while.
Like, truly.
In a safe space. They support everything that you do.
Especially if you grow up in schools that are not well funded. You know what I'm saying? Where they not giving you access to instruments at your school because y'all got the old textbook with the previous president. Like,
especially if you go to a school in Florida or Texas.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
you in school and it's 2005, but it still says Bill Clinton's the president. If you go to one of them types of schools, you don't have access to a guitar or drums or like one of the cool, you don't got MacBooks over there. So the church is the only place.
The church is the place where you start all your creative endeavors.
That's true.
You get your little weird, sexual shame and guilt.
Oh yeah.
As you know, that's what comes with.
Yeah, and that sticks.
Yeah, and that really sticks.
That don't go away for maybe ever.
Yeah. It's something I think about every time I'm high. I'm like, okay, so
can you tell the people about you don't have to go too deep in your Christian rap history if you don't want to.
Okay.
But can you tell the people what your group's name was when you were Christian rapping?
There was a point where I was Christian rapping and my first group's name was Crisis.
That's crazy. Rufat trying to open up about a difficult part of his past, and he just said the name, and everybody went. Look at Chris' whole face is red.
Come on, man. This is why we had to go to church. We couldn't bring this to the outside world. We had to do this in a closed, non-taxed building so people like him wouldn't ruin our dreams. Here's the thing. It stood for something. Yes. It stood for Christian rappers influenced by scripture infiltrating Satan.
Woo!
Yeah, this was during the backpack era.
Yeah.
Where you had to like have multi-layers.
Lyrical, miracle, spiritual kind of stuff.
All of that.
Are any of the Crisis tracks still available to be found anywhere?
Maybe like I have a friend that was like my best friend that probably still has them on a hard drive.
Okay.
Yeah, I could still probably find. Yeah, maybe could find some stuff. Maybe.
Okay.
I could find other stuff that I did as a Christian.
We could upload that. Yeah. We can put that anywhere on here that you would like it.
I mean, I have other stuff from when I was a Christian rapper, but just like solo. I was Rufat then.
Oh, it was just Rufat?
It was just like Rufat, yeah.
It wasn't Rufat the Christian rapper?
I was Christian rapping, but like...
But that wasn't your stage name?
Yeah, no, it was just Rufat.
Okay, so you were in Crisis.
Crisis.
You're doing the Christian stuff.
I was a Christian until I was like, shit, I think I stopped believing in God when I was 21.
Okay, yeah, that seems like the time.
Yeah, unemployed during the summer in college, reading Malcolm X, watching Adult Swim.
Of course.
Getting free Vice magazines.
Of course. Wow, what a time.
You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
It's like listening to Kid Cudi at 2 a.m., walking around my apartment complex.
Yeah, honestly, when I was 21, I was more or less doing all this exact same stuff.
It's crazy how those Cudi hums could make you stop believing in a creator. Those, I'm like, yeah, okay. Maybe God isn't real.
I feel like, because his like later work hasn't been like appreciated in the same way. I don't know that we've given Kid Cudi enough of his flowers as like, he is still like in the same way that like Kanye is like there's a lot of Kanye sons. There's many, many Kanye sons. Kid Cudi probably got just as many, if not more. What Kid Cudi did for you if you were in college from like 2008 to like 2015, untouched.
It was
like any college boy of that age was like, yes, this is the man for me.
It was very important because that's the time I started doing music, and I got like the transition from like rapping, like without cursing and rapping about Jesus to like actually like rapping, and then I got like a manager. A Jewish manager, and
why did you say that like Kanye West? And I got a manager. It was a Jewish manager.
So I was good at what I was doing. I wasn't bad at what I was doing.
Yeah.
And
you opened for Mac Miller at a certain point, right?
Mac Miller, Wiz Khalifa multiple times. I got a chance to see Wiz Khalifa's career go from like a bus to a Sprinter. Oh, no. Like a rental car to a Sprinter to a bus to a stadium with multiple buses.
Yeah.
I saw that whole thing like kind of happen. And so, I started getting like bigger on the blogs. Hype M was a big thing. That was a music blog. I was on there. I was taking advantage of like the blog era, Tumblr and stuff like that. I started opening up for all these like Big Crit, Mike Posner, Dead Prez, anybody who'd come in through Tallahassee.
Backpack rap legend.
I was opening. That's the first person I hung out with in New York when I moved here.
Dead Prez?
M1.
Oh shit.
Because I had his number and I was like, I have nowhere to go. I don't have an apartment. I just need to like and he was nice enough to let a white guy hang out with him. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, those dudes are. But I seen it. I was in Tallahassee, and this is like kind of the story that I want to tell you about, like kind of what that whole Bruno Mars thing. Okay?
Let's get into it.
And where I was like, kind of with rap. I was a big Lupe fan.
Of course.
Like I was a big Kanye, definitely, but like Kanye introduced Lupe to me, and Lupe changed the entire way I think about rap.
Whoa.
He probably affected the way that I do my jokes. Everything's kind of got to be layered and complex, like a Houdini trick.
Yeah.
Like I need to kind of be getting out of chains.
Yes.
He
was doing a lot of concept albums.
Yeah. And he's sick. And so like there was this, I was really into that. And then I was in Tallahassee. I knew B.O.B's manager, TJ Chapman. He ran TJ's DJs, right? And this was a very particular time in rap that I remember because it was Mac Miller, Kush and Orange Juice, Wiz Khalifa. Everyone was kind of felt free when it came to record label stuff. And the thing was, you were trying to act like you weren't on a label. Drake was doing this with Young Money, but he was like, I'm unsigned. Everyone was like, I'm unsigned, I'm independent. Rostrum Records was big with Mac. And so fucking B.O.B, man, they got the guitar. They tried to market him as the next like
Andre 3000.
Yes, they tried to make him the next. He's not the fucking Andre 3000. He was never close. No one thought that about him.
I think life bore that out.
No one ever fucking thought that about him. That was a marketing ploy. So I'm about to intern for TJ Chapman.
Okay.
He plays me the B.O.B album before it comes out.
Yep.
And I'm like, yo, how the fuck does this dude have songs with like Eminem, Rihanna on his first album? He's fucking,
It's because he signed to a major label.
Yeah. And so.
And he's got like millions of dollars behind him.
Yeah. And this was all like, and then he has the song with Bruno come out. And that was like the first song that blew up Bruno. Yeah. But whose song was that first? That was a Lupe song.
Oh, I see.
That was a Lupe song. So what B.O.B did was he ushered in this wave where labels were like, you have to make hits. Then Wiz Khalifa made Black and Yellow. Mac Miller's music got cornier.
Well, yeah,
he went from making really cool, like Kool-Aid and frozen pizza to like sock hop rap.
Oh, and he literally had a song called Donald Trump.
Yeah, man.
Well, because he like also like this is really they sent me some of the lyrics you want to talk about. I was like, man, me and Rufat really was in the same place at the exact same time. I'm very aware of what was happening during this time because this is kind of when like I think this came up on a recent pod, but it was kind of when like they're like, all right, like we got to make like rap music for college kids. It was like Asher Roth. Remember when Asher Roth popped? And he had that joint, and then very soon after that, it's like Mac Miller. It's like Mike Posner. It's like
Sammy Adams.
Sammy Adams, who somehow has been mentioned 3 times on this podcast. Did you ever come across Chris Webby?
Fucking Barstool employee motherfuckers.
Yeah. It was very that. And then Mac Miller was doing cool shit, and then he got off doing cool shit. He was like, I'm gonna make like frat rap music, and then he got back off it again and got back to being cool.
I blame B.O.B, bro. I blame B.O.B because like
speak on it.
B.O.B had that big hit, Nothing on You,
Nothing on You, babe.
Remember, Lupe got into that whole beef about lasers because they were literally trying to make him make a pop album. Like B.O.B had influenced the game so much that like Lupe got into a war with the label and Lasers is a terrible album. If you ever go back, have you gone back and revisited it?
I don't think I need to because it's like if I didn't like most stuff like musically, if I listened to it when I was like 20 years old and was like, this is ass, there's no way I'm coming back around on it now because my taste is only elevated, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I thought it was terrible back then, I guarantee you, I think it's bad
I stopped listening to him as a whole after that.
That was a really nasty time for him though, because it's like I feel like Lupe was like a blog bay. He was like a kind of like a backpackers, like hip hop guy. And then I feel like Kanye kind of scooped him up. He's doing stuff with Kanye. Then he's making kind of like cool pop rap records. And then I feel like maybe the last joint where I was like, oh, Lupe is still our, remember when he made Superstar? If you are what they say you are. Yeah. To me, I was like, oh, this is like best case scenario, like radio rap stuff. And then it got weird. Then he was like, what did he do? He was doing songs with like Ed Sheeran.
That's the
B.O.Bification.
B.O.Bification. And so all this
B.O.Bification. That's the first time this has been said on any podcast. I guarantee you, no one has ever said B.O.Bification.
And I even started rapping over like techno electronic beats because I was like, I need to kind of get on this wave if I want to make it. We all felt the crunch.
Wiz was doing that too. Remember, people don't remember when Wiz came out. He was rapping. They don't remember that Wiz. That kind of got lost to history. But that was my first introduction to him.
Well, that was his first introduction with Warner. Then he got off of Warner, started being cool. Then he got uncool again.
He made Black and Yellow. I was an intern at a radio station when Black and Yellow came out, and I can never hear that song.
It was fine
again. Well, it's just like he legitimately. It felt like I heard Currency talk about this. Currency was definitely like that was my like college rap guy. Where I was like, anytime I got the aux, I was putting on like a deep cut Currency mixtape track. Like that was very much me. And I feel like those two guys were like very much together. It was like Wiz was doing the EDM rap. Currency's always kind of been doing what Currency does. He's been very like consistent with that. But I feel like they were like linked up together, and I heard Currency talk about it where he was like, Wiz wanted to be like a megastar. And he was like, he wanted to go way up here. I never wanted that. I wanted to like stay chill, keep doing what I was doing. But Wiz, you could see very decidedly, he was like, oh, I want to start making music for like football stadiums.
But I think Currency realized like his look, his demeanor, like he's a dude who was very self-aware. And I think that's sometimes what we as comedians kind of, I don't think lack, but we kind of got to understand, like, not every one of us can be fluffy.
No, many of us can't be.
Many of us can't
Most
be fluffy.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like more of us need to start taking the currency route. Because what happens is we as comedians feel like we need to take this photo all the time.
That's
you know what I mean?
You can't make
it's
that
like,
face without making me think about Aziz Ansari.
Like why we always gotta be on the cover doing this?
Yeah.
Just like maybe do something cool for once, you know? Now, here's a theory that I have, and it's about every art form.
Okay.
Someone has to come around and eat the cockroach.
Elaborate.
I will. Because there was B.O.Bification.
Yeah.
Going on.
Nothing on You, Bruno Mars, Travie McCoy.
Tyler comes out, he eats the cockroach. He says, I'll take the plane that B.O.B and Haley was in and something in his esophagus.
Yes. Stab Bruno Mars in his goddamn esophagus.
It was a complete, like, I'm not playing this game.
Sure.
And I remember hearing.
It's a cultural shift.
And shit became cool again. And I remember hearing that. And I remember hearing Frank and being in a studio above T-Pain's studio that my management team was renting and being like, and I released a mixtape. It was called Flavored Wallpaper. And a lot of people liked it, but it had a lot of like B.O.B-ish,
You've been
hookish.
You've been B.O.Bified.
I was B.O.Bified. And I've spent so much time making this. My friend was going to the NBA, and I was like, this is my route. I got to start, like, and I was like,
did your friend make the NBA? Oh, congrats.
Chris Singleton.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He's in Atlanta now. But he's mostly played in Europe. But like, yeah.
Good life.
I thought that was the route. I thought that was the route for me. And then I'm sitting in that studio, and I'm like, this shit sucks. I got to do this differently. And I completely revamped my whole sound. And because I was already working with this producer who was really good, who like, he got signed when he was a teenager because he got reblogged on Kanye University.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You remember that blog?
Yeah, of course.
And so he got signed when he was in high school. And so I just leaned in with him, and I made this group called Skyway. And I was like, I'm always just going to be working in groups. I'm not going to be using my name. I'm just going to be a group guy. Like, and it's music that I still to this day, I'm like, I don't feel cringe about. There's some things that I've maybe said in the lyrics that I'm like, you were so stupid then.
Yeah.
But I don't, sonically, I don't feel cringe. So yeah, I just feel like someone's always got to eat the cockroach, man. And I'm waiting for some people to do that in comedy.
What do you think? What do you think the comedic equivalent of that? Like, can you think of a similar type of like cultural kind of like shift that happened that was like a comedian at some point eating the cockroach?
I think like, it ain't, you know what, I would say like, maybe like what Adam is doing right now, Adam Friedland. I think like what he's doing is pretty like refreshing as far as like, it looks good. He's becoming like his own voice. I'd like to see Adam drop a special. You know what I mean? I'd like to see him like do something like that. But I think like that stuff is like good. I think Assad, I think those like, I think Assad is like kind of like, yeah, you could kind of do this stuff your own way. And hopefully I can possibly do that with Shaliek, like with like the special that we shot and the way we're doing stuff. We're trying to do that. But I learned that from, I'm old, so I learned that from back then, not to make that mistake again. Not
to be like, oh, I have to do the thing the way that everybody's. And I guess every era, every generation has their own like equivalent of that. Every generation has their own like, all right, like I guess I got to make this type of sound for music, or I guess I got to start doing this type of jokes. This era in particular, it feels so much like, especially with the like content of it all, it does feel so much like, oh, you got to hop on. It really feels like it's like, oh, you have to do it like blank comedian because like that's what's popping right now. And I feel a real push and pull between like, oh, I'm gonna like do it the way that I feel like I'm going to do it. But like, you also have to give in to what's happening, you know, you have to go with the current on a certain level.
It's hard. It's hard to be to buck the system when like the algorithm can punish. Like, and I think that's like kind of where we're headed to as a society, where like we used to be like now people can like, I mean, we used to do this before where we'd have like people would hire an HR and they'd fire you or whatever. But now it's like, you're going to be so distant from a human to where everything, like your whole life is just going to be kind of swinging in the balance to a force you don't even see, you know?
I mean, we're already kind of there where it's like, oh, like the difference, like now in our like current like ecosystem, there could be two people doing the exact same thing. And it used to be like, oh, like if you can get in touch with like a couple of human real gatekeepers and have good relationships with them and you're talented and you work hard, then like, you know, things can start to happen. And now it feels legitimately, it's just like, all right, well, does the computer brain like you or not? Like, are they going to be pumping your shit out to everybody? It's because it's like, oh, if they're not, then like the amount of times of like going on the road where I've talked about this on here before, but it's like the amount of times where I've posted like my own poster, made like a separate side video promoting, hey, I'm going to be in this city, in this city, in this city, and have posted on my story every day leading up to the thing. And then I'll go do the show. And the show will be, I don't know, whatever, decently full, but like not like full. And then I'll leave. And then like truly the next week, I'll post my next tour date and 5 different people be like, why didn't you tell, like, how come you never in my city? And I'll be like, oh, I posted I was going to be in your city 10 times.
Yeah.
And that it's like, oh, and I feel like it feels like we have less and less control over like who even gets to see the stuff that we make. Yeah. And that feels crazy. Yeah.
Now we just talking inside baseball.
I guess.
So, yeah.
Can I ask you one question? When you were being B.O.Bified, at any point did you ever have an outfit on like this?
Of course. You know what? I'll pull up a photo of you where I was trying to GQify.
I would love to see this.
We've all been GQified, man. I just got to scroll down long enough.
For those of you guys
on my phone.
For those of y'all who are just listening audio style, I did pull up a photo of B.O.B wearing, again, the forward-facing newsboy cap, which I would argue that's the new dress. It used to be like niggas would be like, don't let them put you in a dress. That was like a big thing, especially with comedians, with black comedians. Now I feel like it's like if they got you in the forward-facing newsboy cap, you're lost. You're like, he's got a forward-facing newsboy cap. He's got a khaki jacket with a flannel shirt underneath and a bow tie. He's got a bow tie on a flannel shirt. And he's also got about 4 bracelets on, 4 beaded bracelets on.
I found the photo.
Rufat, here's the thing is you're just wearing khaki pants and a button down. And you do have a beaded bracelet on, which I will say that's part of it. But I will say you also got a chin strap beard situation happening.
Hey, I did what I could.
I've never seen a man who looks more like they should be selling Bluetooth headsets at a kiosk.
This is what I thought was gonna up my rap image. I thought that this was gonna make me cooler in the rap scene.
That looks like a man who works at the mall and he's got a demonstration of a shoe cleaner he can't wait to show you. My friend, look. And then you're like, and you already got the solution on a wet rag, and then you're like, oh, let me see your sneaker, and then you rub it off, and then you're like, all right, that's $35.99. That's
we all thought we should have been doing GQ photo shoots, man.
On a certain level. I've got, we all got past, we all got histories. When I was in college, I was wearing remember when Frank Ocean was wearing that bandana?
Like the Japanese one?
Yeah. I had one of those.
I was going to ask, how was Tokyo? Did you hang out with Matt?
With who?
That kid that
Oh, no. We never linked up.
Yeah.
I kind of I stayed in a part of Japan that, as I found out, was like a part of Japan that nobody stays in. There was really nothing going on there. I was in this town I was in this part of Tokyo called Chiyoda, which is like it's not where people are.
I actually know somebody that lives there.
Well.
Yeah.
It's too late now, but next time.
Yeah. I could have linked you up with Anya.
You said that wistfully. You looked off into the distance.
She's like working on an Airbnb out there or whatever. But nah, it's
Anya.
Nah, nothing. I had nothing. Yeah.
I used to have this. I used to wear this around in college. You know, we were all trying to find ourselves in one way or another. And that's what I said I was supposed to be doing.
And you had it thick like that?
Yeah. It was basically that exact.
Were people fucking with it?
It was 50-50.
You think they were like the other 50 were like kind of lying?
I think some people are outright saying, "Why are you doing that? Don't do that. We don't like it."
Mm-hmm. That's it Asian people?
No, but it should have been. It should have been.
Can you not support our oppressor, please?
Yeah, no, fair enough. No, yeah, I was wearing the Frank Ocean Japanese flag bandana because I thought it was cool.
That's the thing that I kind of like, you know, like now, like that I went to Japan. I really liked Japan. You know, the fashion, the stuff, it's cool. Well made or whatever. But then, you know, I have to like, you know, I talk to other people and I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of like in the Israel of Asia. So
yeah, they're really
they're
really the bad guys over there. Yeah. If you do any kind of just do a couple Googles.
But the beautiful thing about it was the people that I made like closer relationships to. One of them was Korean, the other one was Chinese, and they both lived in Japan. And they were like, you know, just kind of living through it, just kind of doing their thing out there.
Doing what we can.
Doing what they can, you know.
Rufat, should we get into some lyrics?
Let's get into some lyrics, man.
I thought these were lyrics that you submitted.
There is lyrics I submitted.
Well, I thought you submitted your own lyrics.
No, why would I ever do this? So I just want to clear that up on this podcast. I am not coming up on here and being like, yo, let's revisit my lyrics. I'm not trying to live that dream again, man. I'm happy with comedy.
Wait,
I'm not trying to.
Just really quickly for the people before we get into the lyrics, can you tell people about like when did you decide to make the pivot? When did you decide to make the pivot out of
27 was the suicide year. It was the suicide year. But I'm glad that I did because like I looked at it like this. Like I thought, and maybe I was incorrect. I was like, you can only rap for so long until it becomes like, you know, like there's a really like a youth thing with rap. Mm-hmm. And then on top of the youth thing with rap, I think now that I do comedy, I've been able to like make my mom laugh, which she's my biggest hater. So like I've been able to make different generations laugh, different people. And I've realized like, oh, like rap would have limited me. It would have cornered me into like, not only do you have to like rap to like me, you have to like the specific type of rap I'm doing because I'm not making a mainstream B.O.B type of rap. So that severely cuts me from a vast audience. Mm-hmm. So I think doing comedy was the correct choice because like I got that creative element where I still get to get my bars off, but now more people can understand me.
That's fair. I think I've been around some rappers in my day and it's like, rappers are way cooler than comedians, I would say, just sort of on like I understand you're saying you've seen it deeper, but it's like, I guess I'm saying cooler from the standpoint of like, like music can go with you so many more places than comedy can, right? So it's like to me, the songs that mean the most to me stick with me and like continue to live with me in my life in a way that my favorite jokes are things that I still think about. But it's like nobody at the function is like, ooh, let's put that new comedy special on. So like everybody, because it's like that sits the party down. I feel like if you can connect with people on a musical level, it lasts in a different type of way.
That's why I think it's so important for us as comedians to like do these other projects and things. And I think when I got into comedy, that's what I was hoping would happen. And I'm still like trying to do that. But like, yeah, it's like to create a funny sketch show or to create a funny like series and this and that. But you know, the entertainment industry is completely crumbled. So
who you telling?
Keep making those front-facing videos, guys. use that filter that app gives you, to make you look old. Whatever. Okay, I don't want to talk about it
anymore. You brought some lyrics in. Do you want to give some of these lyrics to the people? This is the first song we've got up. You can if you give the people the song name and the artist name.
Ooh. This was a song called Get Yours by my group Skyway, which people, if you are listening right now, the producer for Skyway is a guy named Kyle Weiss. Kyle, W-Y-S-S. He has been dropping some of the best music I've heard in a while right now. So please get his Spotify streams all the way up because he is so talented. He should be writing for SZA. He should be working on the new Frank Ocean album. He's one of the most talented people I've ever worked with in my life.
And he was the producer from your group.
This is Kyle. He produced these beats, and the song is called Get Yours. Get Yours. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it or do you not want to?
No, I want to. Come on. Okay. I'm not ashamed of this at all.
Okay.
Got your chick bouncing so hard, made her pop a titty.
Yeah.
That line is referencing that Dave Chappelle skit, the Mitsubishi commercial.
I don't know if I remember this.
Okay, remember that they were doing like that Mitsubishi commercial and the chick was dancing in the side seat and she was like dancing in the sketch and then her titty popped out?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Got your chick bouncing so hard, made her pop a titty. And these candidates can't handle it or manage to remain blasting off a wrestler who harassed lightweights. It's a massacre. That's a good bar. I was using my Southern vernacular back then, you know, like a plate of hors d'oeuvres, man, you stepping on the turf where survival is a must and the chatting won't work. I'm trying to bring it home. Used to stepping on first. Partly I'm Armenian, hardly a Kardashian. Yeah, so I brought up the fact that I'm part Armenian, but not a Kardashian. I mean, these are, I feel like the lyrics, I got a chance to rap this verse, the Get Yours verse at in Austin, Texas at South by Southwest 2013.
Shout out.
At the Rap Genius Ranch with like Chance the Rapper, Joey Badass.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they had me, this was like a freestyle that I did. I used this verse during the
freestyle.
And I think there's another song on there that they
your
put.
song?
Yeah. What's the other song?
There is another one of your songs. I didn't know if you wanted to get into it, but
I don't mind.
But we can.
I'm a hater, part of the hatriarchy, calculating parsley. Damn, I'm shutting down on the. I'm like I got to do that. Remember that Drake thing?
Where he's like, no. Blackberry. Hold on. I got another one coming for you.
But no, I guess the one. I guess the one that you picked was I Turn Into the Tin Man Around Tinashe.
Mm-hmm. That's good. I like that.
It kind of just says that when I see hot women, I kind of get into my like emo bag.
Really, really relatable because I feel like
I see a hot chick, I'm like, I got something on my mind.
Really, really relatable because I feel like there'd be times like when I was working at SNL that like a baddie would come through and I would think that I would charm her on some level. You know what I'm saying? And then I would get around her and then it'd just be like, so pretty cool to be at the show, huh? Like I would think that I would turn on like, yeah. So that really resonates with me.
The next bar is what is it? Smoking CBD up in the Rari with the Ouija board, trying to talk to Navalny. Damn, I'm really trying to pull up the lyrics to this.
It's all good.
But it's the bar is like I'm with Hannah Gatsby and Charles Barkley, smoking CBD up in the Rari with the Ouija board, trying to talk to Navalny.
Hey,
yeah. I was like, just who are the two most opposite people that I could place to smoke weed with? Like, what's the craziest? Like, can you imagine a blunt rotation with Charles Barkley and Hannah Gatsby?
I would love to make it happen. If there's anything that I'd like to come from this podcast, it's that I want to get Hannah Gatsby of Nanette and Charles Barkley of the Philadelphia 76ers with a big old blunt and just see where it goes. Just see where those conversations take us.
Hey man,
the special was terrible.
Okay.
Well, I mean, let's go into, if you scroll down a little bit there, we've got the song that you really came in here to talk about.
Yeah, which is the Nuck If You Buck freestyle on Dedication 2.
By?
by Lil Wayne, Mac Main, and Currency. Let's just bring this up.
Yeah.
Currency had a dud of a verse on this song. I mean,
I didn't even remember it.
I was just gonna say, it couldn't be more forgetful.
Yeah.
I be heavy with the coke,
yeah.
But basically, I don't want to act like a poser.
Yeah.
That I was a Lil Wayne mixtape era listener. I was not.
Oh.
I was a Christian man in high school, listening to Lupe and Kanye, thinking that like rap had to be this elevated art form, or what I thought was elevated, that you had to be moral, that you had to, you know, Kanye had Jesus Walks.
Crazy one in hindsight.
It just like, I was a hater, so I was seeing other people. I remember I was in the high school parking lot and I seen other people enjoying
Lil Wayne?
This verse.
Because you were in Florida, so I know he was popping in Florida.
And the joy that it brought to them, especially the Mac Main.
Yeah.
Because look, I know you've talked about, you've had even people call in with the grocery bag, that whole...
And I got her nigga grocery bag.
Yeah, like that whole song. And Mac Main's verse wasn't good on... He had the Miley Cyrus bar on that.
Yes, he did.
Where he was like, I'm waiting for Miley Cyrus to turn 18.
In about 3 years, holla at me, Miley Cyrus. It doesn't age well at all.
He took a deep decline. But on this, Mac Main for president, I'd probably paint the White House black if it was my residence.
Bush back in office, some niggas feel that's irrelevant because they still peddling this medicine. But anyway, any day I could zerk off quick and make my semi-spray. Send some of my men away just to blow your men away, pause.
With the best bar is coming up.
Stefan Marbury type bullets they like to penetrate. Young money, we out of school, but we got chemistry.
What?
Yo, he
really
actually
took a sharp decline.
He really was kind of going up.
Like, I remember when that thing came on, people were like, but that was all just to set up Wayne. And I mean, I think this might be one of my favorite Wayne verses ever. And there's a particular part in it that I want to talk to you about.
Go ahead.
I mean, the first part is like, you know, we bussin', let the banger bust. We don't run for the Olympics, but the flame with us. I got that tussin', that scummy and that angel dust. So pick your how I will supply and correct changes what's up. But here's the, and he does the classic like sticking drugs inside of the woman that he's dating's anus. That's a big thematic Lil Wayne thing. It's like, I like to stick drugs
the work in
the women I'm dating. Here's the most important bar though. As someone I come from Florida, you come from Texas, right? Your career, I mean, you've done things that people can only dream and imagine. So, like, I'm gonna be real with you.
I appreciate it.
Me and my mom, our closest moments was on Saturday nights. As a teenager, we would watch Mad TV and click over to SNL.
Whoa.
So for me to go to SNL parties with you, or just to like, be like, oh, I know a guy, like fuck me being on SNL. I know a guy on SNL.
Yeah.
Like, even for me, that's big because like as a kid, that's what I watched with my mom. So like you went from like Texas, I went from Florida. We've done our little, climbing the ranks of comedy. And that's why I think this bar is so important. Because he says, lamping in the Hamptons, like what the fuck is a hammock? The chef up in the kitchen, like, what the fuck is a sandwich? I'm like, we got to find middle ground. We need balance. And how many times have you probably been in a room and you're like, what the fuck is this, man? Why am I here?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a hammock?
That really is. That's Wayne being political in a way that I don't think people really connect to. That's basically him being like, we gotta reach across the aisle.
Yes.
It's like, look, I'm in this fancy place, being like, oh, I don't really understand what's going on, but I'm trying to like tell you about what I need, and you can't understand me either. We gotta find middle ground. We need balance.
We need balance, and we don't have to code switch to get there too.
You gotta learn about me, and I gotta learn about you.
You tell me about hammock, I tell you about sandwich.
And we come together.
Because sandwich isn't sandwich.
No.
It's sandwich. I don't know about you, which you would define a sandwich, but there's a choke element to it. It's hard to take down a little bit.
You know, and
that's a sandwich.
You know what I'll say about a sandwich, and I heard you talk about this in a bit once when you were doing stand up. Is like, to me, a sandwich is a sandwich that makes you sleepy. That's to me, it's like a sandwich is like a turkey and cheese. Like a sandwich is like, oh, you putting like a chicken breast and like mayo. Like, you gonna have to take a nap after you have a sandwich. That's the way that I'm. This is like, it's got like ribs on it. Like, that's
I mean, you've had a rib dog before, right?
No, I never had a rib. That's a Florida thing.
In St. Pete, we would there'd be a rib guy outside, and he'd just give you like one rib in a hot dog bun, but the bone would still be in, so you can't eat it. The hot dog bun was just meant to sop up.
Okay.
And you would kind of
take it off the bone in the moment.
Yeah.
He said he ain't doing that work for you.
So a sandwich, I think, would be more like Balkan breakfast now is a big thing. And I'm, it's basically having a big piece of bread and you stuff a tomato in there and you just kind of, that's a sandwich, like something where I need a drink of water ASAP.
Yeah, it's a whole situation.
I think like, sugar on bread sandwich.
Oh, I
like
see.
A sugar, you know what I mean? Like it's a lack of resources, I think, have to be involved.
Sugar and syrup sandwich.
Sugar and syrup sandwich.
Type of situation.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying.
Tomato on bread. I remember I knew a dude from Alabama. He was eating a banana and mayonnaise sandwich. Yeah, that's a sandwich. That's a sandwich right there.
Yeah, I guess. and I hear you on the sandwich point, but I did get kind of hung up on the ingredients that this man was operating with.
He was white. He was
a white boy.
He was a white man.
That's
an older white man.
I like that I called him a white boy, and you're like, well, actually,
he's a man.
Actually, let's don't disrespect this nasty ass sandwich eating person. He was a white man, and let's go ahead and in this version of America, we capital M man.
Yes.
It's just, to me, it's like, all right, if you're gonna have a mayonnaise sandwich, like that's its own thing. If you're gonna have a banana sandwich, like that's its own thing. But combining the two together is really nasty in a way that, where's that man at today? Do you know where he is?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. He was like the father of my stepdad. At one point.
Oh, he's like your step grandfather.
Yeah. It wasn't somebody I really respected. You know what I mean?
Not after you saw him eat that sandwich. No. How could you?
And I want to ask you,
yes, what
is a point in your life where you were at maybe like a party or an event where you were like, yeah, we need to find middle ground?
Oh my God. I mean, I feel like there's been a lot of those in my life. I feel like oftentimes, you know what I feel it the most? I've talked about this when I did the episode with Gary, but anytime I've ever been at karaoke, I'm like, oh, we need to find middle ground, because it's like this shit, because it's like I'm doing Brian McKnight over here, and you're, when I'm with white people doing karaoke, I'm doing Brian McKnight. They're completely in the dark. They don't know none of the words. And then they're over here doing like Journey or some shit. And that's flying straight over my head. And that is a moment where I'm like, oh, you need to take some of my culture. I don't know if I need some of your culture, but I should learn a little bit more than I do know. Or when I was in Japan, when, niggas were like either very afraid of me or like trying to touch my hair. They
were trying to touch your hair.
Somebody reached for it. I randomly ended up going to the party for some like Japanese rapper. I ended up he was doing like a music video shoot, and it's a long story, but I ended up at a music video shoot for this Japanese rapper, and there was a lot of dudes there who were really like fascinated by me. Cause I'm an American black man. I'm who, like, if you're a Japanese rapper, like I'm who those guys think they want to be.
I have like a big chunk on my time in Japan. And I have a portion of it that doesn't really get a lot of laughs, because the joke is like how people in Japan love hip hop culture. And that's what made me feel like closer. Like it was like that Venn diagram.
It's a lot of niggas with braids in Japan.
Yeah, so
a lot of Japanese guys with braids, with cornrows.
They dress hip hop better than we do, right?
Because they really studied it.
And they have Afro technology out there.
They do, which is something that
and not like mixed Japanese. I'm talking about like full-on Japanese with afros. Mm-hmm. And so the joke was like, I know from growing up around black people that like you don't touch their hair. Mm-hmm. But I was in Japan wanting to touch Japanese black people hair.
Japanese people who gave themselves black people hair.
Yes.
And you're like, that feels fine enough to touch to me.
I feel like I feel like I should be able to do that, right?
Run your fingers through it rough.
Right?
I feel like for the Japanese,
it's noogie.
Because it's like your hair's not even supposed to be like that.
No.
When I was out there, I was in not Shibuya. I was in what's the Harajuku.
Harajuku, yeah.
I was in Harajuku. So it's like, that's a big shopping district. There's like a bunch of stores and shit like that. And there was this vintage spot that like a bunch of Japanese people like barked me into, like comedy club.
Okay.
They were like, come, like come into the store. Every single one of them had a black hairstyle. Every single one of them had cornrows or an afro or like French braids, like every single one of them. And they were playing Kendrick's album from back to front. And you could tell they were kind of like,
the new one?
Yeah, the new one. They were playing GNX from back to front. You could tell they were kind of like, right? And you know it's really fucked up? I felt really compelled to buy something in there because I was like, I felt really compelled. I was like, oh, I should make a purchase because it's like, this is going to mean a lot to y'all. Y'all have really, and so I did. I bought a jacket that was, you know what I say about Japanese, and sorry to say what I'm about to say, but like,
No, go ahead.
Japan, like the vintage shopping in Japan was like kind of underwhelming to me because all of the stuff that they do is our stuff. All of their I was trying to get some like very specifically like I want to get some like Japanese high schools like hoodie or something like that. There's nothing like that in the Japanese vintage spots. It's all like FUBU jerseys.
Out there, they got like dead homie t-shirts with like dead black people on them.
Yes. It is all like, they just went to like the Baltimore. And
that shit is weird.
It's weird.
That shit is weird.
It's not, it was just none of the vintage stores. I was just
It is funny.
It is silly. It's very silly and funny that they got like Kuji sweaters at the vintage stores in Tokyo. But I was like, well, this isn't what, I wanted y'all shit. And all y'all got is our shit.
See, that's why when I went, I didn't do a lot of shopping. Mm-hmm. I did do shopping, but I didn't do a lot. Like I didn't do the whole bring back a suitcase thing. The belt I'm wearing, like this one, this was like well made, like, you know, little belt. Needles, I definitely had to get the needles for a lot cheaper.
Of course.
I just sold some on my eBay where you can buy my DVD. You can buy my comedy DVD on my eBay.
You got physical.
I got physical.
Oh, that's tight.
I got to get physical, man.
Yeah. Can I ask you about something, you know, because we only got a little bit of time left, but can I ask you about something which is like it's the first conversation. It was not when I met you, but it's the first real conversation I remember having with you, which is a strong stance that you used to have. I want to ask if you still have this stance.
That's interesting.
Which is that one time, like pretty early after I had moved here, me and you were on the train together. I think it was me, you, and McNutt. We're all on a train together, and you really were like, we came from some show, and you were really going up about why A$AP Ferg is a better rapper than A$AP Rocky.
Ooh, interesting. Oh, no. I still to this day believe that it's not better rapper, more hits.
He has more hits.
More memorable hits.
Which, in the moment, I really fought you on. Do you still feel that way today?
I mean, do you want to go through like a hit comparison?
I mean,
do you want to go song for song?
If not now, when? You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to?
All right, I'll pull up.
This is almost like Pokemon.
Yeah,
right. It's like
okay. I'll pull up Rocky. And honestly,
in the
dirt. in the moment, I really was ready to fight you. But like now that I've gotten older and I've heard your side of it, I'm like, you might be onto something.
Are we going by singles?
Yeah, let's go singles.
Okay, because
do songs featured on count, or are we just doing like it has to be like your song?
It could be featured on.
Okay,
it could be featured on.
And these are just hit records. All right. So
we have to keep it in the hit record in the hit record lane.
Yes.
Also, some of my favorite A$AP Rocky songs were those that weren't hits. Like remember when he had the I can't remember the name of the song, but he had the Pretty Jody Flacco.
That is his song.
Yeah. No. I love that. Yeah. That's my favorite A$AP Rocky song. It's Pretty Jody Flacco.
Yeah, that song is good.
Jody Flacco. Yeah.
Flacco. Okay. Go ahead.
Work.
Okay. We got Fucking Problems.
I would say Work is the better song, right? Like, which song do you enjoy more?
I would rather listen to Work than Fucking Problems. Fucking Problems was really like representative of like a time. Like that really was, that song sounds like 2012. Work is a song that I could still put on today. Wait a second. Also, I don't know if we're counting this. What about the A$AP Rocky song Goldie? There must be a nigga that goes.
That was cool.
Yeah, but you're not putting that song anymore.
Why?
Like that song's not getting put on present day. I think you're still up. You're still up. A$AP Ferg up. Next song.
I mean, you got Plain Jane.
Yeah, that's pretty unassailable.
Right?
Yeah, you can't, especially in New York. In New York City, that's like an actual classic song. That's a song that gets played forever. And then, unfortunately, the next A$AP Rocky song that I land on is Wild for the Night.
Do you see what I was saying?
Which really does not resonate really at all. That's really, there's never been a song that sounds more like 2013 than Wild for the Night with Skrillex.
And I haven't pulled the best song of his yet,
okay.
But let's do Shaba.
It's still pretty good.
Pretty good, right?
Still pretty good. The next one on A$AP Rocky, we got Fashion Killer, which is, I don't mind Fashion Killer. I still would maybe put that on, but it's definitely not, it's not the same. I hear what you're saying.
And I would go for his best song is New Level.
Fuck.
I mean, come on.
And that's tough because
New Level.
The next real hit A$AP had was probably Praise the Lord with Skepta, which I do still really like.
That's a great one. That's a great. I think that one can kind of edge most, kind of go toe for toe with most of Ferg's singles. Yep. But New Level is,
it goes crazy. You just in terms of like joints that it's like, oh, we're gonna put on at a party and everybody's gonna be happy to hear. Ferg got it.
I don't think Ferg is the better rapper.
No.
And I don't think Ferg is the better rapper.
I don't think he's. I don't like listening to Ferg rap as much, just like bar for bar artists, and I don't think he has as good of like complete albums. No. But I do think he has better like actual, like if we're doing a versus, I do think A$AP Ferg wins the verses, even though I think A$AP Rocky got better songs.
Yeah, the only thing about A$AP Rocky's albums is that none of them are that great. So it's like for him to go album for album with people, it's like, I mean, your first mixtape was amazing.
Incredible.
It's the same thing that happened with Wiz. It's two good-looking dudes.
Yeah.
One puts out Cushion Orange Juice. The other one puts out, what's the
Live Love A$AP.
Live Love A$AP. And then after that, they haven't been able to get that cool again.
It was tough. It's tough when being cool is like so much a part of your thing, because it's like inevitably like you have to start being cool in a different type of way. Like no matter how cool you are as a 40-year-old, you're still 40 years old. So like, and that's kind of the prison of a rapper, is like you have to try to stay cool forever.
You know what I blame it on?
What's that?
The B.O.Bification, right?
Rufat, we got to get out of here soon, but let's you got some headphones down there. Let's go ahead and put on one of these little voicemails and we can talk about it.
Let's just record a track right now, man.
Let's do it.
Yo, so growing up, like in the MySpace era or whatever, I used to just have homies. It was back when everybody for Christmas was getting Macs, like MacBooks. And with those MacBooks, everybody just had GarageBand, so all the homies in the neighborhood just started making music, and everybody was just a rapper. I can't remember the name of the song, but one of the homies just had made a lyric that just has stuck with me throughout time, and I just think it's so hilarious. But bro said, "I'll throw a spark at you like Pikachu, pop up like peekaboo." the most basic trash bar ever, but for some reason, I just thought it was so hilarious. I just couldn't stop saying it and couldn't stop laughing. Amongst other things, it's just like, is bars like that where it's like the secret.
Is that it?
Let me just really quickly for this person. We don't have a name for this person, so I don't know who it is. But like, two things really pop out to me. One is just like, where did you grow up where there was a Christmas where everybody got MacBooks? Where the fuck was that happening? That was not happening in my neighborhood. There was nobody. It was all desktop computers. Didn't nobody have a laptop at all? So shout out to whatever community you was growing up in where everybody got a MacBook when they was a child.
I had the netbook. That thing was lagging.
Yeah, and it used to get hot.
Free up storage space. Now I got 2 tabs open.
Yeah, I got a laptop when I like went to college that like people from my family pooled money together to like be able to get me a laptop. It was a Gateway laptop, and it would get incredibly hot. It had a fan that you could hear from like the next room over because it would get overheated. And if you didn't plug it in after like 30 minutes of use, it would just die. And so shout out to wherever you was at where that was going on.
Big shout out to technology that panted.
just sound like an out of shape man trying to walk up the steps. Just PlayStations used to do that. Also, this is maybe the first lyric we've ever had submitted by somebody it's just like a guy that he knew. You know, every other song, it's like, oh, remember when 2 Chainz said it? Remember when this? Remember when Lil Wayne did this? He was just like, hey, man, you know Kevin? He had some shit on there.
I mean, I still remember the bar. Throw a spark at you like Pikachu, pop up like peekaboo.
Well, shout out to whoever made that. You know, if that was you, reach out to us. Please send us the whole song.
Keep making more music, man. Get another MacBook.
Yeah, I hope you got a new MacBook at this point. You know, I hope it's quiet. Rufat, you got anything else? And, you know, of course, plug the special. Anything else you want to?
Watch the Bad Rufat on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. All of that. Yeah. That's it. Just watch that. That's the only thing I'm trying to plug. Go
check Rufat's special out. Rufat is so funny. I've known him for years. Like, just hilarious. Very singular. You know what I'm saying? Very like, you know, like very like, you know, some people you're like, oh, I can see like you sound like this comedian meets this comedian. You know what I'm saying? Like Rufat is somebody who when I see, I'm like, no, it's just Rufat. Like that's just his thing is like so very his own. I feel like it's very unique and I feel like y'all appreciate it. So go peep the Bad Rufat, go support that. And if Rufat's ever in a city near you, absolutely go see him. And yeah, that's it. Bye y'all. My Favorite Lyrics is a production by Disco Nap. If you guys like what you hear, leave a review and tell a homie about the show. And make sure to follow us at My Favorite Lyrics Pod on all social platforms, except for Twitter. We offer that. You can learn more about this week's guest and the My Favorite Lyrics team by checking out the show's notes. And thank you to the guys that made this show happen. Our executive producer, Lauren Mandel, our associate producer, Carmen Kerrigan, Chris Mueller, who engineered and edited the episode. Shout out to y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.